Hi guys, I'm back with another story time. I know it's been like 5 months since the last time I posted one, but I thought, why not start up again now? So it's September and everyone's either coming back to uni or going to uni, so I thought I'd do a story time about my first year experience with my housemates. I spoke briefly about it in my things I wish I would have known before starting uni video. So yeah, just a shameless promo in my own video. So the first day of moving in, I moved in all my stuff. I was the first one there. I was an eager beaver. So I was kind of like there to greet everyone else who was slowly coming in and moving in. We'd all bought Freshers wristbands and they were about £50, so they weren't cheap, but it basically meant that you could go to every single club that you wanted to for the next 2 weeks. So for the people who don't know what Freshers is, it's basically where your insides shrivel up and die because you've been going out every single week. And with my uni, it was 2 weeks, so I just wasn't okay by the end of it. So the first night, obviously, I was really keen to go out, meet new people. And I asked guys, like, do you want to go out tonight? Where do you want to go? They all ended up staying in and watching a Disney movie together. That's fine later on in the year, but it's Freshers Week and that's your time to get to know other people. So this went on for like the next 2 weeks, basically, where they'd stay in, I would go out, and obviously they were spending more time with each other than I was with them, so they were all getting to know each other a lot more. I either had to stay in with them or meet new people, and I would rather meet new people, to be quite honest. So Freshers was over, it was all great. The thing that ended up happening was my flatmates ended up hanging out with each other and not invite me. So the main girls were, I don't want to say their names, so girl from London, Christian girl, and bad contour girl because her contour was, it needed Jesus. You know when a girl does her contour so sharply, it's basically a line across her cheek, and it was too dark for her, it wasn't good for her skin tone at all. But I digress. So they ended up going out all the time. I'd always invite them to do stuff with me, but I guess they just didn't want to be around me, I don't know. So I told the story in my other video, but I thought I might as well, for context, say it again. There was a time where I went into the kitchen and all 3 girls were in the kitchen, sat down, eating, and I thought I might as well join them. I was making food. Usually I ate my food in my room, watched TV, but it'd be kind of rude if I just left. So, and I really wanted to sit down and talk to them. It was about 2-3 months into uni, so I'd spent some time with them, but not as much as they had with each other. So I sat down, made my food, started eating, and then one of them was like, right, I'm gonna go to my room now. Bye. 2 girls left. A girl gets a notification on her phone. And I knew they had a separate group chat and they had like a specific emoji on the group chat name. So I knew it was their group chat. The girl looked at the phone. 2 seconds later is like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go into my room too now. Bye. So there's one girl left, the bad contour girl. And the next, she got a notification as well. Looked at it, was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go to my room now too. So obviously I'm just like, I might as well just eat my food in my room. Like this, the kitchen's gross anyway. So I got up, got my plate, walked into my room. I had to pass one of the girls' rooms to get into my room. And I could hear all of them laughing in one of the girls' rooms. They were all in there together. So for some reason, they thought they would all leave me in the kitchen by myself and go hang out in one of the girls' rooms. Besides those 3 girls, we had a gamer guy, a vegan, and a French guy. So the vegan and the French guy were quite, they were like this. And I was in the kitchen one time and they both came in, had loads of avocados, and they were gonna make guacamole. It looked amazing. And that's when one of the guys went, oh no, we didn't get any bread. What are we gonna do? The shops are closed now. What are we gonna do? Because it was quite late at night. So I said, guys, I've just bought a massive loaf of bread. You can have some of mine, it's cool. And that's when I went to bed because it was quite late. The next day I wake up and I'm feeling like having French toast for some reason. So imagine my shock, horror, disbelief when I can't find my loaf of bread. My massive loaf of bread, it was very big, And I realized they ate the whole entire loaf. When I said you can have some, they heard, you can have all of it, why not? You can have all of my bread, even though I paid for it. So that kind of irked me. I waited for maybe one of them to mention it, maybe to replace it, I don't know. A couple days went by, nothing happened. I'm not the sort of person who just bitch about something behind people's backs. I will tell them that I didn't think it was cool. So I knocked on both of their doors. They weren't in because of lectures, so I thought I'd write them a note. So I did, and I posted it on the kitchen. And it basically said something like, hey guys, obviously you ate all of my bread, even though, you know, it was a new loaf and I kind of need that to live. So, hi, like, could you replace it maybe? That'd be great. It wasn't anything aggressive. It was just me being basically like, could you not be an asshole next time? The next day I had a loaf of cheap Kingsmill bread in front of my door, which is fair enough, but by that point I'd already gotten new bread. Actually no, it was a week. It was a week later. It took them a whole week to get me a new loaf of bread. Anyway, so that's the sort of people they are. They also were the kind of people to go into people's cupboards and fridges and take their food without asking. That's the people they were, garbage people. So not only were they garbage people, but also very disgusting and very lazy. What I mean by that is we had a washing up liquid rota, and every week someone else would buy washing up liquid so that the whole flat could use it. Obviously we all did our own dishes. Those two decided, one, they didn't want to do their own dishes, and two, they didn't want to buy washing up liquid. So me and the other girls at this point were like, the kitchen smells, it's disgusting. Guys, can you just do your dishes and buy washing up liquid? No one can wash their own dishes either because there's no washing up liquid. And to spite us, they basically decided that it was someone else's turn and that they didn't want to buy washing up liquid. So no one could do their dishes for a couple of days. And the kitchen was honestly, it was gross. There was life growing on our plates. We had a new ecosystem growing in our kitchen. So somehow we ended up convincing the boys to buy washing up liquid. So finally we could all wash our dishes. It wasn't gross anymore. At this point, the cleaners who were part of the halls refused to clean our kitchen because it was just so disgusting and dirty. So we had to actually clean our kitchen for our kitchen to be cleaned. So this is when Christmas rolled around. It was about an hour's walk to and from Tesco's, and I didn't have a car, so I thought it'd be better if I just got it delivered to me. So one day I got my delivery and I carried everything upstairs, packing everything out, putting everything in the fridge in my cupboards, and I take out this whole chicken. And I think, I didn't order this. I love to eat, but not even I could finish off a whole chicken. So I called customer service and I said, hey, like, you've messed up my order. I ordered something else, but you gave me a whole chicken. And they were like, oh my God, we're so sorry, we'll refund you, but we're not gonna come pick up the chicken, basically. And I thought it was such a waste to throw away a whole chicken. That could feed someone for like a week. Personally, I don't trust myself to cook a whole chicken because I would poison myself and others. So I messaged everyone on the group, hey, does anyone want a whole chicken? I don't want it. No one wanted it. So I just kind of left it in my fridge. Maybe I was gonna try and cook it through thoroughly. I don't know, but I just left it. A couple of days later, I go into my fridge because I was going home and I thought I might as well bring the chicken home so my mum could cook it, and it was gone. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Someone decided they take it. It's fine, I didn't want it anyway. And I walk past the window in the kitchen and I see the chicken on the ground. It'd been thrown out the window. So I asked one of the girls what was happening, and she went on to explain to me that the vegan guy decided he didn't want his vegetables sharing a shelf with a whole chicken, so he decided to throw it out the window. Okay, let's fast forward to Easter. This is when everyone went home for Easter. I ended up staying because I had a lot of work to do. So it was me, the vegan guy, and the French guy. It was fine. I stayed in my room anyway. They hung out in the kitchen. They were very loud. And the thing is, they didn't go out and get drunk. They just got drunk in the kitchen, made a mess, and were very loud at ridiculous times at night. So the night before everyone was supposed to come back, they got very drunk. And I remember thinking, how do they afford to get that drunk every single night? So the next day, everyone came back and me and my friends decided we would go out because it was someone's birthday. So I remember going into my fridge and reaching for my rosé. And I remember stopping and being like, where's my rosé? And that's when I looked into everyone else's fridges because I thought maybe it had been moved to make room for something else. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, okay, that's really strange. So I looked for my peach schnapps that was also there. Wasn't there anymore. Okay, weird. So I went to look for my vodka that was in my cupboard. Gone. So at this point, I'm frankly a bit annoyed because that was quite a lot of alcohol and quite a lot of money spent on that alcohol. So I go out and ask the girls who are around, hey guys, do you know anything about my missing alcohol? And they're like, no, oh my god, someone's taken my alcohol as well. And their alcohol was very expensive as well. So at this point, I knew exactly who it was. I realized it was the boys. That's how they could drink every single night. They were drinking our alcohol, hadn't said anything, weren't gonna replace it. So obviously, I'm more than a bit pissed off. So because of how late I found out that all my alcohol was gone, I didn't have enough time to buy new alcohol and I was very much in my overdraft already, so I couldn't really justify buying myself more because I'd already paid for a ticket, I had to pay for a taxi to the club. It was quite a lot of money being spent already. My friends ended up sharing a little bit of their alcohol with me. So I ended up just being sober that night, which is fine, I don't mind, but it's just a bit annoying. So now it's summertime and again, the kitchen's disgusting because the boys don't want to wash up. The kitchen was just a bit of a biohazard, to be quite honest with you. So one night I remember revising because it was exam season and my window was right by the front of the halls, so I could hear people walk by or if people were stood outside smoking, I could hear everything. And I had the window cracked open because it was quite a warm night. And I can hear the vegan and the French guy and they're talking about the girls and they're being very horrible about them, saying horrible things and how uptight they are, how they're this and that, and how dare they ask them to clean up their own stuff, you know, that sort of thing. And I remember messaging all the girls and being like, the boys are bitching about you and I can hear everything, oh my god. And they were like, what are they saying? And I was typing what they were saying to them. And understandably, they were shocked and angry. For some reason, I felt like I would stick up for them, even though thinking back now, they would never do the same thing for me. And as the boys came back upstairs into the flat, I opened my door and I was like, guys, if you've got something to say to us, say it to our faces instead of bitching about it outside. And they were kind of taken aback. Oh, we didn't say anything. And I was like, no, but I heard you. Basically, I just said, guys, the kitchen's disgusting, you need to clean it, it's gross, it's unsanitary, you're being very immature. And all they did was smile and laugh and try and act like they weren't bothered, even though you could tell that they were because they'd never been spoken to this way. So after I spoke to the guys, I went back into my room and my phone just kept going off with notifications from the girls from the group chat that I was in. And they were like, oh my god, thank you so much for saying something. Oh my god, you're amazing. Thank you, Annie. So I felt good. I felt like I'd stuck up for people that otherwise wouldn't have said something. So the next day, they decided to have a flat meeting. I'd already said what was on my mind, so I just said to the girls, I've said everything, I don't have anything else to say. So they were like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So they all went and met up in the kitchen. I could hear everything that was going on from my room because the walls are very thin. And I can hear them all talking. All the boys are apologizing to the girls, which is great. And then I hear my name being mentioned. So I put my ear to the wall. I hear the French guy go, oh my god, I can't believe Annie. I can't believe what she said to us last night. And he goes on and on about how I had no right to say what I said, how I'm a bitch, how I'm this and that. And I was kind of half expecting one of the girls to sort of say, hey, actually what she was saying was true. We agreed with everything she said. Instead, I hear the girls laugh. at the jokes that they were putting about me. And I even hear one of the girls say, oh my god, yeah, I completely agree. She shouldn't have said that. She had no right. And I was like, right, okay. At this point, this was kind of like the last straw for me, and I was just like, I'm so completely done with these people. I've tried all year to get to know them, to be nice to them, to invite them to things that I was doing with my friends, even though they weren't doing the same thing with me, and I've just had enough. I've just stuck up for these people, and now they're throwing me under the bus. Like, I'm not cool with that. So that's when I decided I'm gonna leave every single group chat. I'm gonna unfollow them on every single social platform because I'm a millennial and that's how I deal with friendship breakups. So yeah, I deleted them off everything, left every single flat group chat, girl group chat, everything. And for the next 3 days, they didn't see me. And I, again, half expected at least one of them to message me and be like, hey, like, I noticed you left all our group chat, like, what's up? No one cared, no one said anything. I get a knock on my door and I know it's one of the girls, and quite honestly, I don't want to speak to anyone, so I just ignore it. I get a second knock and it's just like, take the hint. So then I get a message on my phone and it goes, Annie, open the door, I'm outside. You're just assuming that I'm home and I'm ignoring you, which to be fair, I was. So I just texted back saying, sorry, I was in the shower, I didn't hear you. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk to you about the issue you have with me. And I was like, okay, sure. I just explained to them that basically I heard everything that they were saying about me in the kitchen. I'd stuck up for them and they didn't do the same for me. And that's when I basically decided I've got a month left of living with these people. I might as well just get everything off my chest. Quite honestly, I don't even want to read this because it will just take too long. But this is basically what I said. I had a lot. So yeah, I had a lot on my mind. I just said, like, for the whole year, you've been shit people to me. You've left me out of things that I would have invited you to. You've never invited me to anything. You've always kept yourself as a 3 for no reason. I'd never done anything to you. The way that they replied, because at this point, they'd all kind of met up with each other and they were replying to me as a group. They were just like, oh, we didn't mean to leave you out, even though sometimes we did do it on purpose. Again, to this day, I don't know why they were doing that. Yeah, it was all a bit of a cop-out. Sorry you felt that way, not sorry we were garbage people. So by the end of the whole conversation, which really annoyed me, was they accused me of stealing food from them. So by the end of the whole exchange, they actually said, it's fine if you want to stay away from us, but can you stay away from our food as well? You're really gonna accuse me? Don't you wanna talk to the people who've actually been stealing from people from the whole entire year? Or we hope these last 3 weeks won't be overshadowed by this. And at this point, I was so done with this conversation. Didn't see them until the day that I moved out, and that was literally the happiest day, knowing that I would never have to see them again and never talk to them again. I'm gonna keep trying to upload regularly, and the key word here is trying, but I do enjoy making this video, so if you have any requests or if you're going through something similar, like, let me know. I love hearing you guys' stories, so comment down below if anything like that's happened to you before or is happening to you right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. I love making stories like that, so if you want more, just let me know. Bye!